A very good afternoon, everyone. So today we are going to talking about a topic, virtualization technology. In this cloud computing, and the unit 3, part 1, in the cloud-enabled technologies. In the previous classes, we have seen the different cloud-enabled technologies. Now today we are focusing on virtualization technology. So let me have already in the first unit, we have a glance on this virtualization technologies, and already we have done the lab point where we have done with the VirtualBox open source tool. We are going to have seen the different virtualizations with respect to the OSs like Ubuntu OS as well as for Windows OS. And also we have seen one server oriented OSs, that is hypervisor, right? Let me have with that knowledge, let me start today this virtualization technologies. The name itself talks about virtualization, creating a physical one as a logical one, that is making a virtualization. In this virtualization technology, we are going to be talking about the stuff here, what can be virtualized, server socialized, hardware independence, through that also we can virtualize, server consolidation, resource replication, operating system based virtualization, hardware based virtualization, virtualization management, as well as the last other some sort of considerations. This or the stuff we are going to talking about in this topic, virtualization technology. Without late, let me start virtualization means what. As many times we have studied and learned about that, converting a physical IT resources into virtual IT resources is called as virtualization. That is simple definition. What can be virtualized means here the answer. First thing we can make, servers can be virtualized. That is, we make as an abstract one, because servers where we can physical servers can be abstract. Why the word called as abstract means entire servers we can't be make as virtualization, only the addresses where we required that can be virtualized. Later, based on the requirement of the consumer side, they can be customized that one. We can make the storage as virtualized. A physical storage device can be abstract into virtual storage device or an virtual disk. Example, we have seen we can store the total backup data. Your Google Drive, you are uploading your documentation in your drive, only it is giving the abstract names, a link will be there. Whoever wants that link, the document, they can be have that abstract link. Abstract link doesn't take maximum to maximum 1 KB or 2 KB, right? But the document inside that link, it may be a 2 MB or 3 MB, 4 MB, depends on the space it is available in your particular drive. So the second here is networks can be virtualized. That is, physical routers and switches can be abstract into logical network fabrics such as VLANs. Nowadays, with one router, for example, those who are accessing the AP fiber, they have a one router. From there, a minimum 6 to 7 houses can be accessed, but only the abstract of each router can be taken by each home. For each home, it is not accessing a single router, a single switch. From that, multiple things can be done. So abstractions of that routers, abstractions of that switches is coming into picture. And the third in the servers virtualization is power. So EPS and power distribution units, which we have, can be abstract into what commonly referred to as virtual UPS. Now, not only the storage network, we can also make our the supplying of power, cooling to that the servers. We can make that also virtual UPS, right? Now, coming to the second stuff in this virtualization technology is hardware independence. This is the second stuff, hardware independence. As the figure shows clearly, this is the CPU. Nothing but is in hardware available here, and this also be hardware. Now, this from this one easily we can, this hardware easily can be moved to another with the help of virtual host. With the help of virtual host, automatically resolve multiple hardware software incompatible issues. The best example, whenever you have an hardware dependability, for example, is you have installed your OSs, like images, what we have the virtual disk files, there automatically you have installed that with supporting of the hardware which is there in the server. Only an image of that image will be created, virtual host will be created. From there, easily we can move that hardware. So if any problems are come, definitely we can make it as a backup of that. Another best example, hardware independence. Your WhatsApp can be make a backup of that. Once it is any issues or SIM problem or mobile problem, automatically it is a backup for a very week. Directly from drive, we can be make it as your reset all the things. So virtual server can easily move from one to another with the help of virtualization host. How it is means, this is an example. It is showing clearly how the hardwares are moving as a backup in the virtual. The third is server consolidations. Server consolidation is nothing but, see in the left hand side we have many number of physical servers. Now with the help of virtualization technology, we are making as a one single physical server. From this one physical server, we can make it as multiple virtual servers. Like example, say for example, this is a WhatsApp physical server or Facebook physical server. From there, it is creating from different locations, from different locations. It is making as different virtual servers can access easily by the different set of millions of peoples from the different locations. Like this, also we can done it, right? So different virtual servers to share one physical server is comes into this server consolidation. Okay. The fourth one, it is going to be talking about resource replica. So replica is nothing but making a duplicate copy, replica of that. What we are replicating? Resource. What type of resources? IT resources. Now virtual servers are created as virtual disk images. This is one. So in this replica, we are talking about resource. Resource in the means what? We can have a default some software. Say for example, in if you are making an virtual image, for example, now virtual image, inside that we can have some sort of resources like different softwares, like for example Adobe Reader, MS Office, or any antiviruses. All some sort of stuff will be added into that virtual image, which consisting of as resources that contain binary file copies of hard disk content. Now virtual disk images are accessible to the host operating systems. Meaning is, to the host operating system means on top of the host machine we are making some virtual disk, means virtual disk images. Simply some file operations we can done it. Already we have seen in VirtualBox, when you are doing the Ubuntu or as well as Windows, we have some file sharing option. We are going for the device drive. There we can have putting some shared content, share disk, share file, so that from host machine to the virtual, the guest machine, directly we can drag and drop the things easily. Like this we can do some sort of operations like copy, move, paste, or we can have replica, migrate, backup of all these virtual servers with the help of this disk images. Accessibility of access, until you are giving accessibility to the host machine, in the host machine we can't move that things. How we are doing in the permissions means, we are making some device drive options, we are setting shared folder, share content. Like this we are enabling the option so that we can access, drag and drop the things. So like this we are doing the ways in the resource replica, right? And one more sort of thing here is one more, the fourth next point. The next part is the fifth stuff over here is operating system based virtualization. The fifth one, operating system based virtualization. Now, this operating system based virtualization means, I'll show the figure so that we'll come back to this theory. See the figure carefully. So this is already we have seen many times this type of figures. Now see, this is hardware virtual host. What we are doing is we are making this host OS as OS based virtualization. OS based virtualization means we are making this host OS as a virtualization, creating from bottom up. We are taking virtualization host as hardware. So here the hardware, whatever we have, we are making that as a virtualization. On top of, we are going to be using the same OS. Means OS based virtualization means We are not virtualizing the OS. We are just making virtualization of hardware. On top of, as it is, we are going to making as using the same OS of host machine. On top of, we are making as VMware, virtual machine management. In the last sub stuff, we are talk about the virtualization machine management. On top of, we are going to have different machines. This is first machine, this is second machine, this is third. Like this, we have different guest OSs and application softwares on them. Now, meaning of this one is we are making the hardware as virtual host, virtualization of that one. On top of, we are making as OS as a directly we are using without any virtualization. Now, coming to the critical part, OS based virtualization is the installation of virtual software, is the we are going to installation of virtual software in the pre-existing operating system, which is called as host operating system. So just installing the virtual software in the host machine itself. In the host machine itself, we are installing, and hardware independent. It is flexible, enabling. We are just enabling as virtualization. Just now we have seen, we are enabling that hardware as a virtual host hardware, allows the hardware IT resources so that we can easily flexibly we can use it. So here hardware independence we are enabling as a virtualization. We are keeping the OS of the host as it is. That is just we are installing as it is on that. Virtualization software translates the hardware IT resources that require Unix software for operations into virtualization IT resources that are compatible to a range of operating systems. Now, with the help of this virtualization software, we can translate whatever we have the IT resources we have enabled, hardware IT resources we enable, we can translate easily that can be compatible with the range of operating systems, right? And system-based virtualization, which is upcoming topic, is the process overhead required to run the virtualization software and host machine. System-based virtualization means what? Entire system, including the OS hardware, we are making that entire system as a virtualization so that we can processing the overhead required to run the virtualization software and host machine. Both virtualization software as well as the host machine to run properly, we are going to making the system-based virtualization as entire. Just now we have seen entire multiple physical servers making as a single server. From that, we are making some multiple virtual machines. Making multiple virtual machines, system-based virtualization has done. So with the help of this OS-based virtualization, we can estimating, we can monitor, we can manage all this. But the challenging, some of the challenging impacts also be there. Required expertise in the system workloads. System workloads means for which system we had to give more space or more IT resources, for which system we had to be blocked, for which system we had to done some sort of system workloads and software and hardware environments we had to be taken care about. So here sophisticated monitoring tools as required to do that one. So how this estimating, monitoring, managing things can be done with the help of the cloud analyst tool, which is we are doing the last but one experiment. In the cloud analyst tool, once it is distributing over different regions of different locations, there we can monitor easily how it is done, how it is managing the things. So with the help of OS based virtualization, we can make the things as the OS as it is. We can install the virtualizations on the host machine, and we are making the hardware as virtualization so that it can be done easily. Now, the next stuff of this the virtualization technology is hardware based. This is the fifth one, hardware based. We can do this. The sixth one, hardware based virtualization. Sixth one, hardware based. Now, what previously we have done, it is exactly quite opposite. Now, here with the help of without any, here see, without any, the host OS, with the help of hypervisor, we are just making a VMM as hypervisor. On top of, we are going to doing all this. So already you have done this experiment, hypervisor, how we are enabling, how we are doing that things. Representation, the installation of virtualization software directly on physical host hardware. Directly what we are doing, we are enabling, we are not installing anything. We are just enabling directly in the physical host system. Go to the control panels and turn off the features, and we are enabling hypervisor there itself, right? Once it is enabling, we are creating the manager, host hypervisor manager, we are enabling that. So as bypass the host operating system, allowing virtual servers to interact with the hardware without requiring any intermediate action from the host operating system, generally makes hardware based virtualization more efficient. So this can be done with the help of hypervisors. So a hypervisor is a simple user interface that requires negligible amount of storage spaces. So how much we require it, because you directly interact with the host hardware. So with this negligible most amount of storage space, we can done it. Main issues of hardware-based virtualization is constant compatibility with the hardware device. So as we seen, some only Windows above, like above 7 only, Windows 7 only OSS, it is there the option. For other, we had to be make some install some RSAT, RASC, RSAT tools we have to install in Windows 7. But above versions of Windows 7 only, directly there is option, because in the lab we are using Windows 8.1 Pro. That's why directly it is enabling the options. If you see in your home is a home edition, it is not available the hypervisors, right? So that is only the compatibility issue in hardware-based virtualization, right? This is the figure what we have seen. The last part one is virtualization management. Like just now we have discussed VMM, virtual machine management. In this seventh step of virtual technology, virtualization management, in the right side, if you observe carefully the figure, here physical infrastructure is available. On top, if you want to be access this virtualization services, we had to make sure the infrastructure should be virtualized, the policy driven management has to be virtualized, the pooling, dynamic pooling and sharing has to be virtualized. On this, if it is enabled, now we have some existing OSs and applications. On top, we can do many number of virtualization managements. These are the different virtualization managements we can do. If you closely observe the figure, this is Windows based. If you closely observe, it is Red Hat based. This is Red Hat based. This is another type of OS, right? So this managing virtualization management can be done. If you see the Amazon S3 EC2 we have done, we have some free types, right? So Windows, Ubuntu, Red Hat, and also we have some other OSs are available. Freely we can make some managing of that. So this existing OSS means our host machines. On top of, we are going to make a different virtualization management. So one of the virtual management just now we have seen hypervisor. So not only that, we can have different virtualization managements out there, right? When you come to the theoretical part, modern virtualization software provides several advanced management functions that are automated administrative tasks that is there. Automated administrative tasks can reduce the overall operational burden on virtualization IT resources. Automated administration task in the sense, like we can have give automatically how much space is required, or how much of the RAM is required, how much of the things, any dynamic changes are done, any dynamic permissions is required. Dynamically, it automatically done the some of the administrative tasks which are the beyond to the limitations of this consumer. Now this IT virtualization IT resources management supported by VIM, which stands for virtualization infrastructure management. Just now we had discussed tools that are collectively manage virtual IT resources rely on centralized the management model. So it is a centralized one. It's not a decentralized one. Centralized one has to be monitor of all the resources. Like one example, just physical server has created multiple virtual server. So this virtualization management can be done with different VMMs. Among that, each VMM having their individual bodies. But even though if you have different operating system, different VMMs, to monitor all these VMMs, one should has to be take a control. That taking of control is taken care by VIM, Virtualization Infrastructure Management. From there only it is accessed. Because on top of that, existing OSs here, existing OSs and applications on top of, we have different OSs only, different applications and different guest OSs only, but not hardware part. To deal with the hardware infrastructure, to deal with the infrastructure, we have to take care of, we have to take care of this via VIM. Okay. The last stuff of this virtualization technology is other consideration. Other consideration means what are the other factors where we have to focus in the virtualization technology is performance overhead. This is one. Specialized hardware compatibility and portability. So this three will has to take care. That is performance overhead in the sense like high workloads when you are dealing with the complex system, when you are more the sharing the resources, more the replicants is there, then definitely the performance has to make a factor. If a high workloads complex system we are dealing, we have to make little use for the resource sharing. We have to reduce the resource sharing and replication so that we can avoid of this problems of performance or heading problems. Special hardware compatibility means like specialized hardware may not be have device drivers versions that are compatible with virtualization software. Many times when you have seen, sometimes when you want to be externally adding any hardware things, it is not compatible to that. Again, we have to make sure whether it is supporting or not, whether it is suitable for that machine, host machine or not. Based on that, this compatibility versions also came into picture, and we have to take care from the different vendors, the hardware vendors. We had to be take the device driver versions to access the overcome the problems of hardware compatibility. So without hardware compatibility, there is a problems like some of the applications can be installed minimum i5 processor is there, 10th generation is required, or some i3 processor with so and so RAM. So these are some of the hardware compatibility issues, so that it can be avoided. The third of the consideration is portability. So portability is, it is not easy wherever we can have the virtualization. The programmatic and management interfaces that are established administrative environments for virtualization program to operate with various virtualization solution can introduce portability gaps due to incompatibilities. Why the incompatibility is coming? Here hardware incompatibility we are saying. Why the incompatibility coming picture? Because it is not portable. Because like it is not suitable for every machine. It's not suitable for everything. So because of that problem, we had to be take care the portability issues. The portability is there. Definitely we are avoiding the problems of incompatibility. Okay. So what we have studied in this classes, we have talked about the virtualization technologies, where we have discussed about what can be virtualized, like the servers. In the servers we can virtualize storage, network, as well as not only that, we can make UPS also, we can make virtualize. Hardware independence, server consolidation, resource replication, operating system based virtualization, hardware based virtualization, virtualization management, and other considerations. All sort of stuff we have seen inside this, right? So that's about the virtualization technology.